When we hear the name Mercedes, most of us think about shiny luxury cars, smooth rides, and powerful engines. But behind the Silver Star logo is a story that is full of dreams, risks, and innovation. The history of Mercedes is not just about cars. It is about people who dared to imagine a new future for transportation. This is the untold story of how Mercedes was born, how it grew, and how it became one of the most respected car brands in the world. The story starts in Germany in the late 1800s. At that time, there were no cars as we know them today. People traveled by horses, bicycles, or trains. But a man named Carl Benz had a different idea. He wanted to build a machine that could move on its own without horses. In 1886, he created something called the Benz patent motor wagon, which is now known as the first gasoline-powered car in history. The invention was amazing, but people were unsure. They thought it was noisy, dangerous, and unnecessary. Carl Benz struggled to convince the world that his horseless carriage was the future. But he was not alone. His wife, Bertha Benz, played a huge role in proving him right. In 1888, Bertha Benz made history. Without telling her husband, she took the motor wagon and drove more than 60 miles from Mannheim to her mother's house. At that time, there were no gas stations. She had to stop at a pharmacy to buy fuel. She even fixed the car herself along the way, using her hat pin and garter. Her brave trip showed people that the invention was real and practical. Today, her journey is remembered as one of the most important moments in car history. While Carl Benz was building his motor wagon, another German engineer named Gottlieb Daimler was also working on engines. Daimler and his partner Wilhelm Maybach developed fast, lightweight engines that could be used in cars, boats, and even balloons. In 1901, a businessman named Emil Jelinek, who loved cars, ordered a special vehicle from Daimler. He wanted a fast, stylish car that he could race. The car was named after his daughter, Mercedes Jelinek. This was the first time the name Mercedes was used on a car. The name quickly became popular and people began to connect it with the speed, elegance, and innovation. For many years, Carl Benz and Gottlieb Daimler worked separately, but in 1926, their companies merged to form Mercedes-Benz. This was the beginning of the brand we know today. The famous three-pointed star logo was introduced, symbolizing the company's dream of using engines on land, on water, and in the air. From the start, Mercedes-Benz focused on two main things: innovation and quality. They wanted their cars to be not only beautiful, but also reliable and advanced. This vision shaped everything they did. The early 20th century was not easy for car companies. World War I, the Great Depression, and later World War II created many challenges. Factories were destroyed, resources were limited, and demand for luxury cars went down. But Mercedes-Benz did not give up. After World War II, Germany was in ruins, but Mercedes became a symbol of hope and rebuilding. In the 1950s, the company released the Mercedes 300 SL Gullwing, a stunning sports car with doors that opened upwards like wings. It became an icon of style and engineering, proving that Mercedes was back and stronger than ever. One reason Mercedes became famous is because of their focus on safety. In the 1950s and 60s, traffic accidents were becoming a serious problem. Mercedes engineers wanted to make cars safer for drivers and passengers. They introduced features like the crumple zone, which absorbs energy in a crash, and the anti-lock braking system, ABS. These inventions saved countless lives and later became the standard in almost all cars around the world. Mercedes also became known for testing their cars in extreme conditions, from icy roads to hot deserts, to make sure they were reliable everywhere. This gave people trust that a Mercedes was not just a luxury item, but also a safe, a strong, and dependable vehicle. Over the years, Mercedes earned a reputation as a symbol of success and power. Politicians, celebrities, and business leaders often chose Mercedes cars to show status. The cars combined comfort, advanced technology, and elegant design, making them stand out from other brands. But Mercedes was not only about luxury. They also produced trucks, buses, and even Formula One racing cars. In motorsport, Mercedes proved their engineering skills by winning championships and breaking speed records. The 21st century brought new challenges for the car industry. Climate change and rising fuel prices pushed companies to think about the future of mobility. Mercedes responded by developing electric cars and investing in sustainable technology. Their EQ series, which includes electric SUVs and sedans, is a step toward a cleaner future. At the same time, Mercedes continues to lead in innovation. Their cars now include advanced driver assistance systems, voice control, and luxury features like massage seats. The dream that Carl Benz and Gottlieb Daimler had more than 130 years ago is still alive, but in a modern form. Behind the brand, there are countless stories of workers, engineers, and visionaries who shaped Mercedes. From Bertha Benz's courageous drive to modern designers creating futuristic cars, the brand has always been about people who dare to push limits. Mercedes also plays a role in culture. In music, movies, and fashion, the name Mercedes often appears as a symbol of class and success. Songs mention it, stars drive it, and audiences admire it. While the official history is well known, there are also untold stories. For example, the Mercedes 300 SLR from the 1950s was so fast that it had to be retired early from racing after a tragic accident at Le Mans in 1955, one of the darkest moments in motorsport. During the Cold War, Mercedes cars were used by leaders on both sides, East and West, showing how the brand crossed political borders. Some of the world's rarest Mercedes models, like the 540K Special Roadster, are now worth millions at auctions, showing how the brand's legacy has turned into treasure. The story of Mercedes is not just about machines. It is about vision, courage, and persistence. From Carl Benz's first motor wagon to the modern electric Mercedes EQS, the brand has traveled through wars, crises, and revolutions, always reinventing itself. Today, Mercedes-Benz is more than a car brand. It is a global symbol of quality, safety, and innovation. The silver star shines as a reminder of the dream that started over a century ago, the dream to move the world forward. The untold story of Mercedes shows us that even the biggest successes come from small beginnings, brave decisions, and the courage to never stop improving.